Hi, my name's Hannah. I studied pre-med at the University of Montana for 3 years until I was no longer able to afford school. After I couldn't afford school because it became too expensive with all the fees, I had to drop out, even though I was a 3.8 GPA student, taking a bunch of upper division courses and doing a bunch of electives on campus. I couldn't afford school, and then was not receiving any sort of help from my parents. Was not receiving any sort of grants because my parents make too much money that I don't qualify for those grants. And because the government believes that my parents should assist me in my tuition and my schooling, I was not given any aid from them, and my parents also will not co-sign on any loans. So I could take out maybe a couple $1,000s a semester in student loans, which was not enough to cover tuition, fees, or anything. So now I'm working two jobs, and I probably will not be able to go back to school for a year and a half.
Free education refers to education that is funded through taxation or charitable organizations rather than tuition funding. In America, this currently includes kindergarten through 12th grade in public schools. However, it has been suggested that this scope should be expanded to include college education.
Come on in. Hey Rachel,
Hi,
how's it going today?
pretty good.
What can I help you with?
Well, I want to know if I'm able to go to college because I really want to, but I'm not sure if I can afford it. So,
All right. What does your financial background look like?
well, my parents were willing to help pay for it. It's just that I feel like I need to work for it, work as well because I feel like I don't have enough money for it. So,
Okay. Well, let's see. You qualify for a few options.
okay.
There's Pell Grants. You could take out a student loan. Um, you also have to understand that you're going to be in a lot of debt afterwards with both those options. You could also take out the second job
Mm-hmm.
and work for it. But again, you're going to be in debt when you get out of school.
Yep.
College costs are high and are steadily increasing. The forces behind this increase are the cost of delivering education and the price students are expected to pay. The increasing cost is due to schools competing to attract top faculty, build and maintain facilities, and offer extra amenities to students and those facilities. The price for students has increased due to budget cuts in state funding as well as shrinking subsidies.
Come on in. Hey Bonnie,
Hi,
how's it going today?
pretty good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for seeing me. I called you in here today because I want to know what your plans are for college.
I mean, I'd really like to go to college and I would like to study medicine, but there's just no way I can afford it.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've been doing really well in school, and I know you don't have the financial means to go to college, so I would really wonder what your plans are or what you thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have anybody to co-sign on the loan, so I don't really have very many options.
Some people believe that college education should not be made tuition free in America. They believe that education should be viewed as an investment, with tuition being the risk and a successful future being the reward. They think that students should show initiative by earning scholarships, filing for financial aid, or working a job to save up their own money. Others also believe that college is a privilege, not a right, and that the younger generation should not feel entitled to receive their education tuition free. Another issue that people have with free college education is that taxes would most likely increase and do not feel that this tax expense would directly benefit all citizens.
Come on in. Katie, how's it going today?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. I just wanted to talk to you about college. I'm just confused on the whole thing.
Okay. What is your financial background?
Well, my parents have helped me out with a lot of stuff. I've never really had to pay for anything on my own. So I know if I went to college, I wouldn't have to pay for it or get any loans, but I just don't know if I want to go.
And what's holding you back from going?
Well, I just don't know what I would study, and I don't really want to work that hard in college. So I just wanted to see what you thought of it.
Other countries around the world currently offer free college education. These countries have generally socialistic views, meaning that equality is one of the most important values in society. On this table, the first 5 countries circled in red offer free college tuition. The last country circled is the United States. Notice that these countries' total tax wedges for 2014 were higher on average than the United States, yet this average increase was roughly 10.6% higher. This chart shows the various main components of the 2015 total federal spending. Notice the light blue section representing education. Though all of the components expressed in this figure are valuable to our nation, should education come as such a seemingly low priority? This last figure aims to describe the United States 2015 budget. Looking at where the money goes, you can see that education falls into the discretionary spending category, leaving it to be funded secondarily to issues considered within mandatory spending. Today, groups are striving to make free college tuition in the United States a reality. An organization called Free College Now laid out a plan called Campaign for Free College Tuition. Their goals were to inform everyone of the need for free tuition and why it would benefit our nation, as well as to implement promise programs. Following this model, Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam instituted the Tennessee Promise, a scholarship and mentoring program for in-state high school graduates. This program provides 2 years at a community or technical school tuition-free. The students are each assigned a volunteer mentor throughout the application and enrollment process. They are also required to maintain a 2.0 GPA and complete at least 8 hours of community service per term enrolled. Just in 2015, this has led to almost 180,000 total hours of community service. Governor Haslam describes this program as, quote, a commitment to modernize a workforce while helping financially support those most marginalized by the current higher education system.
I'm in full support of free tuition for anybody who wants to access higher learning. Any culture would benefit by an educated citizenry. We would put a halt perhaps to ignorance. We would probably allow people to better participate in civil affairs. We'd be more informed, better able to solve our problems. But the problem is, and I think that it's why it's not possible, I think it's impossible, is because you'd have to change the attitude of all American citizens to support it with their tax dollars. That's where it would have to come from. Right now, schools are dependent on your tuition dollars to be able to operate on a daily basis. Remove those tuition dollars, it would have to come from the state, it would have to come from taxes. And I don't think the general population would back that at all, particularly those who belong to this anti-tax revolt movement. So there's that whole movement out there that makes this, what you're suggesting, almost an impossibility, because you have to get everybody on board to say yes. You have to convince them somehow for them to accept, digest. Education's important, not just for individuals benefiting, but societies at large.
As we think about the concepts we learned in class, we believe that providing free college tuition to everyone falls under utilitarian ethics. Allowing everyone the opportunity to access higher education would benefit our society as a whole, leaving us with the greatest good for the greatest amount of people.